future Hall of Famers in that lineup. How did you feel your youngsters reacted to that? It seemed like, they were fine with everything. They didn't seem intimidated by it at all.
No, I thought from that respect, they passed that test. They were not in awe, and they competed hard. Obviously, there's some things you take from a game you want to do better, and we'll certainly spoke a little bit about it after the game. We'll talk more about it tomorrow and through the rest of camp, specifically with our younger players. But it was nice for me to put Kulik against Crosby and Kozak against them in situations even late in the game, and they won faceoffs and they won battles off faceoffs. So good opportunity for those guys to get a feel for what it's like, and I like their response in that regard.
We've asked you about Ryan Johnson a couple of times last week, but he was on the ice against Crosby quite a bit, and he still looked as comfortable as he did playing against a lot of prospects. The way that he's played in camp, is he showing you that, if called upon, he could be somebody who could help you guys this season?
Yeah, he continues to impress, and again, this is a first showing. So when I'm rating, all of these young guys' first showing, it's that they're going to get better. They're going to soak up this experience and be better immediately. They'll be better tomorrow because of it. So Ryan Johnson fits that. He fits that very well. He's done that through camp. He's taken every opportunity, shown that he's able to extract the experience of that opportunity and the next day apply it, or the next situation, next shift apply it. Even in between periods, you speak to certain individuals and say, hey, here's an adjustment you can make, and then you sit back as a coach and you watch how fast they can actually make that adjustment. And obviously the more talented guys can make that immediately. Some guys may need a couple practices or even longer, but RJ has shown lots of acclimation through this camp, and tonight was another good test for him, and I thought he did very well.
We're only 8 days in, really. It's hard to believe. But I know you don't like to evaluate too soon, but is it noteworthy that Eric Comrie performed the way that he did, made some big saves against a lineup like that?
Yeah. Eric's a worker. He's a battler. He's a competitive guy. So, his focus, he's always dialed in. Tonight didn't look like preseason for him. He was very sharp.
You talked a little bit about Byro the other day, and he just continued to impress. That's why I'm bringing him up again. But is he one of those guys you're talking about? He's been here as a Sabre for a couple of years. It just keeps getting better. I think back to when he first arrived to what he is now, and it just seems like he just keeps working at it, and every time you see him, he gets better.
He does. He's slippery, but he's got a lot of hockey sense, and he's got a lot of skill. And he can play against, he can play with top players. They enjoy playing with him, alongside it because of that. And he has progressed in our organization. I've obviously watched him the last couple of years in Rochester, and we had him up for a game a year ago, and he's another guy that fits the mold we want here, and hungry players that work to get better every day, and he's improving as a result.
Is he going to make decisions more difficult, which is actually what you want as a coach?
We have a lot of decisions that seem to be getting more and more difficult by day with the younger guys in limited spots. That's the gist of the difficult decisions is we have so many returning players that have shown that progress toward obviously our goal of winning more hockey games, and it's all about winning hockey games. So when we're making our final decision, this is the season now. It's changed dramatically. We know and expect to win, and even though we talk about development and how much young guys are going to progress, the bottom line is we know we can win hockey games now, and need to have that as a focus. So as camp winds down, the decisions will be based more on that. As camp moves through here, you're going to obviously push those young guys to soak up as much as they can. Some of them will be here potentially, and most of them won't, obviously.
What did you like about Jordan Greenway's game
tonight? He made that goal for Thompson by tracking back and past a couple of players to just get a stick on the puck and create the turnover. But lots of little efforts like that. He has such a great range, and he commands a lot of respect out there. Guys are looking over their shoulder the way he can get around the ice, and I think his lineman, another guy guys like playing with. Guys are asking for him on their line quite a bit, and I thought those three were good at times tonight.
Thank you.